Bard is a great roleplay class for touring around Skyrim entertaining at inns. They're capable sword fighters, which they further enhance with poisons. But their primary skills lie with their music, their voice, and their charm. They prefer to talk their way out of trouble, but should the need arise, they can use their music to inspire allies and mesmerize enemies. This is well complemented by their use of the illusion school of magic. They're also skilled at negotiation and trade, able to get great deals on any items they need for their journey from merchants.
Start running so I can stab you in the back.
There was a time when Ciri took Dandelion through a magic portal to a strange yet strangely familiar land where they had a tremendous adventure. Naturally, Dandelion found that the people of this Skyrim, as they called it, loved him and his poetry as much, if not more, than back home. It was a good thing Ciri had Dandelion to watch over her, though, because there were many lawless cutthroats in the roads. Fear not, dear Geralt, for Dandelion can safely lead Ciri through, or his name isn't Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Lettenhall.
It's nothing.
I went with an assortment of mods to capture Dandelion's look, including a loot retexture, the adamantium dragon rapier, and Dandelion's own outfit from Witcher 3. The outfit includes rings, so I rounded out my equipment with a necklace of peerless block. Alright, let's take a look at the perks that I've chosen for the Bard, starting with the most important tree for the entire class, and that is Speech. So, after taking Speech Mastery 2 out of 2, of course, for the improved sell prices, I took Kinship to improve prices further when trading with the same race, and since I was playing as a Nord, that had a big positive effect on my trading. And I also picked up Salesman so that I could sell any kind of item to any kind of merchant. Now you could certainly make the argument to put more perks into the mercantile side because bards are known as being good with their mercantile skills, but that's as far as I got. Now for the main attraction is right up the middle of the speech tree is essentially the Bard tree. So starting off with two fantastic Bard role-playing perks. We've got Performer, allowing you to perform, to entertain up to 5 people within 50 feet and receive a donation. So when you go into inns and so forth, you play and you get money. Serenade just allows you to get twice as much gold and potentially small items from the opposite sex, which is perfect for a Dandelion playthrough, which is who I played as. Now, There is also the combat side of Bard, starting with Irresistible Dance. The same perform power now forces the two nearest enemies to start basically dancing, spellbound, and reduces their armor skills. So when you have a follower, they can attack them, and they're unable to fight back. They also take Lord of the Dance, which causes Irresistible Dance to affect up to 5 enemies. Then I took Encore, which allowed me to perform use the perform power both for fighting enemies and in inns multiple times per day. Golden Fiddle allows Irresistible Dance to affect Daedra, undead, and animals, as well as humans. That was the first perk allowed. Then I took Earthquake Drum, and I didn't use this nearly as much as Irresistible Dance. It's not that, I didn't find it that powerful, really. But it allows the perform power to unleash shockwaves from a drum. Each drum beat deals 20 points of damage to enemies within 30 feet. So they have to be pretty close, and unfortunately they aren't dancing spellbound, so you're being attacked while you're doing that damage. Witching Rhythm increases the damage of Earthquake Drum by 50%, and each beat of the Earthquake Drum briefly reduces magic resistance. Finally, War Drummer also heals allies up to 20 points based on their missing health percentage, and grants them an extra 100% attack damage for 0.4 seconds. So that's each drum beat. So you're basically just boom, 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 and you're doing damage, and you're healing your allies and making them do more damage. All right, now moving on to Illusion, which is another key skill that ties well in with some of the perks with speech. So after taking Mastery 2 to reduce the costs and cause illusion spells to last longer, I went up Commanding Presence side of the tree. So Commanding Presence, you radiate an aura, mystical nobility that touches allied creatures and people within 20 feet, increasing their attack damage and critical strike chance. Crown of the False King causes Commanding Presence to increase armor by 80 points and magic resistance by 20%. Imperious Splendor causes Commanding Presence and Crown of the False King to be twice as powerful as long as you are above 75% in health. And Protect Your God. When struck by a weapon, it may compel a nearby ally affected by Commanding Presence to engage your attacker and deal 250% extra attack damage for 5 seconds. So that was pretty sweet. Next up we have Alchemy. So the Bard is a swordsman, but likes to have a poison on their blade to increase their effectiveness. So I took Mastery 2, Poisoner for the dramatically improved power of poisons, and Bottomless Cup, so that at 100 in Alchemy, I believe you get a total of 11 hits per application of poison, which really makes the poison go really far in battle. Next up we have Block. I didn't go too heavy into this, and you could certainly make the argument that a Bard could be better at Block. I just took 2 in Mastery and 2 in Timed Block, which allowed me to essentially block the vast majority of incoming damage and stagger opponents when they attacked me. So as long as I got a timed block in there, that worked out pretty well for me. For one-handed, I took Mastery 2, Furious Strength for the increased power attack damage, and to, of course, unlock decapitations, because, you know, why not? Disciplined Fighter to reduce the stamina cost of power attacks. Rogue's Parry, which, I mean, you could argue that a rogue should have that, not a bard, but bards and rogues do have some similarities. Rogue's Parry allows you to attack as long as one hand is empty, and you're wielding a one-handed weapon in one hand, nothing in the other. Attacking with that weapon while the opponent is winding up their attack or drawing a bow deals 40% more damage and delivers a critical strike. I also took Clash of Champions 3 out of 3, which reduces the target's attack damage by 20%, and Crosscut 2 out of 2, so that unblocked regular attacks with a sword increase the damage of your power attacks by 50% against that target. Light Armor is our final skill, and I went pretty heavy into this because I didn't have any smith gear, and the gear I was wearing was only leather quality, I believe. It was a mod, but I think it's similar to leather. So I went pretty heavy with the perks on Light Armor, starting with Mastery, 2 out of 2, Light Armor Fit, Keen Senses. Now, I did end up wearing a hat, but in the initial setup of mods, I was going to wear an armor where I didn't have a hat on, so that was kind of a wasted perk. But if you're wearing armor that doesn't have a hat, then that's useful. Initiative, I only took 1 out of 2 for the increased stamina regeneration when you initiate a fight. Windrunner for the extra speed in combat, really, really nice. Fighter Flight, so that when struck by an unblocked attack or hostile spell, you get a boost of stamina regeneration. And Survival Instinct for increased movement speed when you're struck by an unblocked attack or hostile spell.
It is time. Rise, Olaf. My vengeance is at hand.
Insolent